Hi, my name is Nicholas Silva, and welcome back to another video for the Pompano Beach High School Computer Science YouTube channel. And for today's video, we are going to be going over for each loops, which is going to be basically saying for each object in the array that I'm going to make, you run something. So for this example, for the for each loop, I've created the cell phone class here, and I'm going to write an array here to help us understand this a little bit better. So normally, I'm just going to write the array here. So normally when you have a cell phone, what's something you could have in this cell phone that you've created? You could have, say, a music playlist. So I'm going to make the music playlist string here, and I'm going to add some bands here. Let me just go ahead and write all this out before. Alright, so I'm going to put some bands here, so I'll put in Metallica, Tom Petty, and Foo Fighters. There we are. Alright, and then let me just close that. Semicolon there. Alright. And then you're going to, if I wanted to print out every item in this array, I would have to write a for loop here. So in I equals 0, if I is less than 3, it's going to increment I, maybe go up, plus plus, curly bracket here, and then you can, instead of writing the entire system.out print, you could write sys out, control space, and it will fill everything in for you. So I'm going to go ahead and system.out print music playlist index of I, which is going to start at 0, which is the first index, and then it's going to end at 3. It's going to start at 0, go to 2, then run again, and see I is less than 3, and then it's not going to run anymore. It's going to exit the loop. Alright, so if I want to go ahead and print that, we're going to get Metallica, Tom Petty, and Foo Fighters. Everything we put in the array in order. So if I wanted to have an easier way to write this, I can go ahead and use the for each loop. So I'm going to write for, and then write the object, which is the string, which I'm going to want to print out. And you can name this whatever you want. In this case, I'm going to name it bands, since that's what we're going to be using. So string bands. Use a colon here, not a semicolon. You're going to use a colon here. Music playlist. And then you're going to want to do curly bracket, of course. And then you're going to want to write what you want it to do. So system.outprint bands. And then if I go ahead and run that, we're going to get Metallica, Tom Petty, and Foo Fighters. Everything in my array that I've written here in order. So what the for each loop is basically saying, for every string bands that is in music playlist, so basically for every string that is in this array, you're going to system.outprint that singular array, or that singular spot that's in the array, which is the strings, Metallica, Tom Petty, and Foo Fighters. So it's basically a way to write that for loop that we wrote before in a much more efficient way, and it just looks cleaner, and it's an easier way to write for loops. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comments, and you can also email the email that is going to be in the description. That's going to be it for today's video. Have a good one.